Our whole work is only in connection between us and a prayer to the Creator, a request to the Creator. Our correct request to the Creator, which we raise when we raise our deficiency to the Creator, to the upper force, basically to Bina, is called raising man. Man means main nukvin, female water. Maim, water, is Bina. Nukva, female, is Malchut. So raising the desires of Malchut to Bina, when we want it to rise in how we use it, to be completely like Bina, to be incorporated in Bina, this is called raising man. And this is our work. And this is really our whole life. To come to raising man. To want only one thing all the time, to be incorporated in Bina, incorporated in bestowal, to annul ourselves and be incorporated in the friends, and to constantly stay in the degree of Bina. Bestowal, bestowal, bestowal. This is the first stage in the correction. And then, when we come to the degree of Bina, it is considered that we have gone through the 40 years in the desert. 40 because it's a degree of Bina, compared to the degree of Malchut, the number 40. And when we do that, and are incorporated in the degree of Bina, it's regarded that we've acquired over all of our desires an intention to bestow. And then, with this intention to bestow, which is called Bina, we can work with it, with our will to receive, which is called Malchut, and this is regarded as correcting our will to receive in practice, to work in order to bestow. And then we already don't use man. We have nowhere to raise the man. We are seemingly already at the degree of Bina. So instead, we begin to implement the level of Bina with Malchut, which we connect together. When we connect them together, and this is called being in the land of Israel. Land is Eretz, is Ratzon, desire. Israel is Yeshar Kel, straight to the Creator, the direction toward the Creator, in order to bestow. When we begin to correct all the parts of Malchut, from easier to harder, gradually, to use them with intention to bestow. And this is already regarded as being in the land of Israel. Therefore, we eat the manna, man, only through prayer, through yearning for spirituality. We live only on that. In the period when we raise ourselves from Malchut to Bina, this is called walking in the desert, when we have nothing yet, until we come to the land of Israel. Once we have risen to Bina, and then we begin to settle in Bina. Eretz Israel, the land of Israel, is called the degree of Bina, Yeshar Kel, straight to the Creator, when we're all aiming only for that. And then we already use Malchut, that rose to Bina. Before Malchut rises to Bina, we only enjoy the small lights that come to us from Bina and correct us, so that through them, through these lights, we can disconnect from Malchut and connect to Bina. This is regarded as eating bread from the sky, from heaven. Man is called what we receive from Bina. We fill ourselves with Bina, with what we receive from Bina. It gives us strength. Of course, the strength is still small because it still doesn't connect to our will to receive. The will to receive is restricted. This is why it's regarded that we are in the desert. And we use only that small light that shines for us from Bina. This is why this period of being in raising Malchut to Bina is a period that's called desert, where we don't have houses or life or food or anything. It is only what we gather, we collect from what falls from heaven, from the sky, from Bina. This is why it's written allegorically that the children of Israel would go out in the morning and collect the manna that fell from the sky to the ground in the desert. So they would collect it and eat it. Each one tasted in it whatever flavor he wanted to taste. The man itself was completely tasteless, just like the lights that come from above. And each one, according to his own deficiency, would taste in it the flavor toward which he was aiming, meaning however he wanted, however he was adhered to the friends and to the Creator, according to that flavor, he felt the upper light that filled him. And this is the period called 40 years in the desert. Of course, along the way, as it's written in the Torah, we have many events. The whole Torah basically writes to us about that period, specifically after the Exodus from Egypt and the entry into the land of Israel. It doesn't write beyond that, because beyond that we are already in the will to receive in order to bestow in the land of Israel. And then we have to continue the corrections from what we received. So the Torah doesn't speak about that, because after that we just have to continue in the same order. There is nothing new there, really, but rather what we reveal in this is called the secrets of Torah, things it is forbidden to write about, but rather each one who achieves it discovers it and sees the whole upper system that operates all of reality. And he begins to see from the end of the world to its end how everything is arranged in an ideal, circular way. And this is how we advance.